Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube project. Today we're looking at this. It's a self-love platter. These plates are made out of one single slab of glass and the stones are made out of the same slab. Each stone has a message enamelled with colours for earth enamels on them, which is a self-love message, and each morning you can choose one for yourself as a little message for that day. So today I'm going to show you how to make these. So the first thing I've done for this project is choose a mould, and I'm going to use this square 20 centimetre one. I've been thinking, for the size of the dish, I need about the same size for the stones that are going to go on the dish. So I've got a big kiln shelf here. This one's 50 by 50. So if you're, got a smaller kiln, you could, make a piece that's on a smaller one with smaller stones, but this is the size I wanted to go for. I'm going to do two. I want to do one for my brother and one for me. So I'm going to cover one half in kind of colours that I like for my brother and one for colours that I like for me. These are like slabs. I call them slabs. They're a slab where you're using scrap and whatever you've got to create a piece of glass that you're going to full fuse together, and then I can cut it up. I'm going to use half of it, and I might even say I'm going to use this bit here for the platter and then make stones out of the other bits. But it's just making sure I've got a good piece for the stones and a good piece of the platter. And the platter I need to get 20 centimetre piece out of. So that's the kind of bigger piece. It's going to be quite a big piece. The issue is when I'm making slabs, you're building up quite a lot of layers, and it does flow. So I've done it on a freshly kiln washed shelf, not on thin fire. So for me, if I'm doing something that flows, I'm putting it on a freshly kiln washed kiln shelf. You can see my fingerprint there, but I think that'll be fine. And I'm doing it on there, and I'm going to build it up. Now, there's a possibility it might flow over the edge of the shelf a bit. If it does, it goes onto the floor of the kiln. I don't find it damages. Little drops are not going to damage the floor of the kiln. I'm not going to do so much that it's going to massively flow off, because if it did, it could constrict the kiln shelf and possibly break it. But if it does flow a little bit off at the edges here and there, I'm not going to worry so much. So I'm going to get on and just load this shelf up with lots of different scrap and do two different colours, and we can see how it looks when it's done. In the kiln with all the texture on it, and it's going on a full fuse, and we can see how it looks when it comes out. Here they are out of the kiln. Loving this one. I think it's gorgeous and don't need to do anything to that at all. I think it'll be beautiful as a dish and as the stones. This one, I don't know, it feels just a bit lacking to me. It's still gorgeous, but I think I'm going to add some more stuff to it and put it back into the kiln for another firing. Which is something you can do. It's easy to, you've got a base layer, you can add more to it. They were kind of joined together. I just scored them and bashed them and they've come apart, so I can leave this one out and put this one back in. I'll just add some stuff to it and then we can have a look at it before it goes in. So here it is in the kiln. We're going to full fuse it again, and all these pieces will go in. We've added the water lily pads, water lilies, and some scrap trying to remember the name, mimosa, and some little dragonflies I had sitting around, and a bit more dichroic and a bit more tecta. Just gives it a lot more kind of feeling and texture than it had before. So I think this is going to look awesome when it comes out. So here is part of the slab. We cut up the squares to fit the mould to go on the slumping. So we cut a square of that. I did polish the edges before I slumped it. And then to make the stones, we cut some strips. So I cut strips, and then from the strips I cut squares, and then I just took the edge off the squares to shape them in a kind of random shape. They don't need to be all round. They're all different shapes, and then I use the grinder to grind them round. Now, if you don't have a grinder, you could just shape them a little bit now, and then you could put them back in on a full fuse. That would then turn into a nice puddle, and you would have a nice puddle stone, which would be just as lovely. So it's a different, it's a different way of doing it. Because I have a grinder, I can and I quite like having sides like this on the stones. So once you've ground them, then they are ready to have the enamels put on, and they'll go back in to fuse the enamels to the stones and also fire polish the edges. So here are these all nicely finished. We've slumped the platters. This one's slightly smaller than this one. That just happened when it was being cut. I let someone else cut them, and I'm looking at it now going, I should have done that job myself. And they would have been the same size. I love them though. I love the idea of the fact that the stones are the same, for want of a better word, fabric than the plates, and they blend in, and in the morning you can just pick a stone. And this one says, I choose happiness. So today, I'm going to choose happiness. And you put it in your pocket, and then in the evening you can put it back in there, and then the following day you can choose one. And you can choose one that resonates to you. Today I am lovable, and I'm going to choose that. Or you can choose one at random and go, I'm going to choose this one. And it says, I am powerful. Which I am. I am powerful. So that is the whole theory behind this. This is a way of just giving you some positive feelings first thing in the morning when you get up, and taking it with you all day on the road with you in your pocket, and then that can go back there. So this one is going to my brother in Canada to show him some well-needed love, and this one's staying with me. So every day I think of him, and he's with me and I'm with him. So that's the idea for these two for me. They're a very personal piece I have made as a Christmas present for my brother, and as a little gift for myself to have and to remember. I'm so into the whole self-love thing, guys. If you haven't realised this month, I so powerfully believe that if you put your needs first and the love for yourself first, then the rest will follow. And that is a really important and powerful message to give yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this YouTube video. Remember, all our products are available at tabithasglassemporium.com. Most of this was made with scrap. That's what I want to be really clear about. It's not expensive products. Yes, we have a lot of kind of scrap murrine around that we could use, but it's using a lot of scrap twisty cane. It was using a lot of candy mix. It was using kind of bits that were out there. It is dichroic. I love the little bit of sparkle you get with the dichroic. I just think that really lifts it. And it's nice to do a project with a bit of beautiful dichroic and murrine, because I don't often do them because I find them quite hard to match because they're both so yummy and delicious. So this is a kind of first one showing how to use those two together. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Remember, check out our website, tabithasglassemporium.com. Sign up to our newsletter. Like this video, subscribe to this video. Do all those things. Until next time, happy fusing.